Hey folks, it's me, Brian, and this is what I'm drinking tonight. I'm having Tip Top Proper Cocktails, their Mai Tai edition, which has rum, lime, curacao, and orgeat. Now, if you've ever had a Mai Tai at multiple places under different circumstances, you might have noticed a different taste because there is no singular recipe for it. It comes in many different variations. They will all be called Mai Tai, but they will all have in common rum, lime, some triple sec or curacao, as they call it, and orgeat syrup, which you can use an almond syrup as a substitute, or you can use like amaretto, which is like an alcoholic almond-based substitute that replicates the taste of orgeat. Anyway, in my first year of this channel, I had Mai Tai two different ways. I compared the two, and I liked the version that had orange juice also included in it versus the one that had pineapple. And I think they both had grenadine. You kind of want to make it like reddish. Anyway, I found this little Tip Top Proper Cocktails can at a local package store. They also have other flavors. I did go to the website to see what other flavors and get more information before making this video, so I wouldn't make any careless mistakes and accuse the company of doing something that they're not doing, like I did with Buzzballs. But anyway, let's crack it open. And this is 52 proof, which is 26% alcohol by volume. It also says that it is, and it's very small in the can, it is canned by Tip Top under special agreement, and it comes out of Temperance, Michigan, and Columbus, Georgia. It is colored with apple, hibiscus, and turmeric. So it has some natural flavors in it to color it, in addition to the rum, lime, curacao, and orgeat. Now, if you get yourself a cocktail at a restaurant, bar, make it yourself at home. If it's like a Mai Tai, margarita, whatever, it should fall in the range of 25 to 35% alcohol by volume based upon how much mixer you put in it, because at most you're going to use a spirit, which is 40% alcohol by volume, a rum, or like a tequila, 40% alcohol by volume, a triple sec, which is 40% 40% alcohol by volume at most, and then like lime juice or lemon juice, orange juice, whatever. So it will get diluted, especially if you put ice in it. So this is kind of on par of what you would get strength-wise alcohol by volume content. So let's give it a smell. Let me show you what it looks like. So you can see turmeric and apple juice, right? You can see apple juice definitely, because if this was solely rum, lime, and curacao and orgeat, I don't think it would be as brownish. Who knows? I don't know. But there is apple juice, and to make it a little bit more brownish, they give turmeric. I frankly would give something a little bit more reddish. I would put something more reddish in it to replicate the Mai Tai that I like. But this is not specifically made for me. It's made by the Tip Top Proper Cocktails Company for everyone. So give it a smell. You can smell the lime. So there is some good lime in this. You can smell the lime, faintly smell the rum, but it's probably is more likely there if this is 20%, 26% alcohol by volume. And a hint of the orgeat syrup. It probably needs more. So what I'm thinking is it's probably going to be more tart than sweet, but I'll have to first give it a chance and give it a sip. Prost, my friends. Yeah, so as expected, this is more tart, more sour than sweet because it has much more lime to it than orgeat. It is balanced. I mean, they do say it's balanced, right? It says on the label, always balanced, never too sweet. So they have guaranteed that it is not too sweet. It's really running or abutting into the daiquiri lane, if you will, which is simply rum, lime, and a little bit of simple syrup. So it's more daiquiri than anything else. For me, I think a Mai Tai needs to be a little bit sweeter, but that's what not that they're not advertising that, and they're explicitly making it so it's not too sweet, never too sweet, as they say. So I personally would put more orgeat syrup in it or anything else that would make it sweeter. I mean, even more triple sec in it. So how would I rate this? Uh, I could take off some points because it's not as sweet as I want it to be, but I can also give those points back because, as I always like to do, I like to rate a product based upon what they purport to be in that product. And you do taste rum, lime, curacao, and orgeat, and it is not too sweet, and it is balanced. So I can't say anything more than that. I wish it were a sweeter Mai Tai. But again, Mai Tais aren't standard. They come in different varieties. And this one is just the not sweet variety. But I can taste a quality rum. I could taste a quality lime juice in it and some sort of triple sec and orgeat. I just want a little bit more of the orgeat. So on a scale of 0 to 100, I'm going to give this a pretty good rating. I'm going to give it an 88 out of 100. And basically, I'm taking off points because it doesn't taste like I want it to taste. Uh, but if you like Mai Tais, not too sweet, this is the drink for you. Yeah, I will say, though, it needs to distinguish itself a little bit more from a daiquiri than it does. So it could stand a little bit more triple sec or orgeat or even some grenadine syrup, just to sweeten it up. And you could make it so it's not too sweet, but a little bit more sweeter than the daiquiri. But it's a good product. I would get this again. In fact, they do online deliveries. They do online deliveries apparently to Maryland. I haven't tried it out yet. That's the one thing about Maryland. We can't get a lot of alcohol delivered here. It's very restricted. Different jurisdictions have different laws or what have you. Maryland is not a particular dry state, if you will, but it's hard to get online alcohol delivered to your house. So there you have it, folks. Another review in the books. Tip Top Proper Cocktails. They're Mai Tai version. It's it's a good product. I recommend it. If I were to give it the verdict, I would say buy. Uh, if you are here for the first time, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you have found me. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. As I say, it's always appreciated. If you had a tip top cocktail and you have an opinion on it, please put it in the comment section. I'd like to hear what you think of it. I think it's good. I have another flavor lined up. I think this is adorable. A little itty bitty can, but just enough to have a good cocktail. Because if you went to a restaurant, right, and you got yourself a margarita, a any type of mixed drink, which has the three ingredients like the liqueur. I mean, sorry, the spirit, the sweet ingredient, and the sour ingredient. It wouldn't be more than 3 ounces, right? If you got yourself a margarita, like not on the rocks or whatever, or you got yourself a martini, it would be like 1.5 ounces of the spirit, like maybe an ounce most of the sour ingredient, and then another half an ounce more of the sweet ingredient if you have a sweet ingredient. Like a martini literally is just 1.5 ounces of gin and like, 3/4 ounce of vermouth, right? So you're looking at 2.5 ounces of volume, 2.5 ounces of liquid. So this is kind of perfect. This little itty bitty thing. It's kind of perfect for one drink. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you on the next video.